Let's starts now. Clash of the Titans. Jin-Woo vs. Thomas Andre. Scene 1. The Arrival in America. The skyline of New York City is bathed in the golden glow of the afternoon sun. But the atmosphere at JFK Airport is anything but peaceful. Hundreds of reporters, srank hunters, and government officials are lined up. They aren't there for a celebrity. They are there for the man the world now calls the Eighth Star. A private jet with the Korean Hunter Association logo touches down. As the stairs lower, Sung Jin-Woo steps out. He isn't wearing his usual casual hoodie. He is dressed in a sharp black suit provided by the association. Behind him walks Yoo Jin-Ho, looking nervous but proud to be the vice chairman of the world's most famous hunter. "Welcome to the United States, Hunter Sung Jin-Woo," says Adam White, the senior agent of the Federal Bureau of Hunters, FBH. "The director is waiting for you, and so is the rest of the world." Jin-Woo nods, his eyes scanning the crowd. He isn't looking at the cameras. He is sensing the mana signatures. He can feel at least 10 srank hunters in the vicinity, but one signature stands out. It's like a sun burning in the middle of the city. Thomas Andre, Jin-Woo whispers to himself. Scene 2. The Guild Conference tension. The International Guild Conference is the most prestigious event in the hunter world. Leaders of the top guilds from every continent are present. The room is a powder keg of ego and power. In the center of the hall, Thomas Andre, the guild master of the Scavenger Guild and a national-level hunter, sits like a king on a throne. He is wearing sunglasses indoors, his massive frame barely fitting into the reinforced chair. The topic of discussion is the Kamish's Wrath daggers and the recent events in Japan. But everyone knows the real tension is about Hwang Dong-Su, the srank hunter who defected from Korea to the Scavengers. Hwang Dong-Su has a personal grudge against Jin-Woo for the death of his brother, and Thomas Andre has made it clear, "Anyone who touches a member of the Scavenger Guild touches me." Jin-Woo enters the hall. The room goes silent. The mana pressure he radiates is so heavy that some of the lower-ranking staff members find it hard to breathe. He walks straight to his seat, ignoring the glares from the Scavenger members. Scene 3. The Kidnapping. The conference proceeds with dry political speeches, but Jin-Woo's senses are on high alert. Suddenly, he feels a familiar mana signature vanish. It's Yoo Jin-Ho. Jin-Ho was supposed to be in the waiting room, but the room is empty. Jin-Woo closes his eyes and expands his sensory net. He finds a trail of mana leading to an abandoned warehouse district on the outskirts of the city. It's Hwang Dong-Su. He has ignored Thomas Andre's orders to wait. He has kidnapped Jin-Ho to lure Jin-Woo into a trap. Jin-Woo's face turns into a mask of cold fury. The shadows beneath his feet begin to boil. A gris, Jin-Woo commands internally. "Find him, now." Scene 4. Torture and retribution. In a dark, damp warehouse, Yoo Jin-Ho is tied to a chair. His face is bruised and blood drips from his lip. Standing over him is Hwang Dong-Su, his eyes crazed with vengeance. "Where is he, kid?" Dong-Su growls, punching Jin-Ho again. "Tell me how your Hyung-Nine killed my brother, and maybe I'll kill you quickly." Jin-Ho spits blood on Dong-Su's shoes. He is a god. You're already a dead man." Just as Dong-Su raises his fist for a final blow, the shadows in the corner of the room erupt. A sword of black light parries the strike. A gris emerges, his red cape flowing like blood. A second later, the roof of the warehouse is ripped off by a sheer force of kinetic energy. Jin-Woo descends from the sky, landing like a meteor. The ground shatters upon his impact. "Move away from him," Jin-Woo says, his voice vibrating with the power of the Shadow Monarch. Scene 5. The Goliath steps in. Before Jin-Woo can finish Dong-Su, the wall of the warehouse is pulverized. Thomas Andre walks through the debris, followed by the entire elite force of the Scavenger Guild, over 100 rank and srank hunters. "That's enough, Hunter Sung," Thomas Andre says, his voice booming like thunder. "Hwang Dong-Su is a scavenger. You won't touch him while I'm standing here." Jin-Woo looks at the battered Jin-Ho, then looks back at Thomas. "He touched my family. In my world, that's a death sentence. Are you going to move, or do I have to move you? Thomas Andre laughs, but there is no humor in it. He removes his sunglasses, revealing eyes that glow with the golden light of the rulers. Do you know who I am? I am the Goliath. I have never been moved in my life. There's a first time for everything, Jin-Woo replies. Scene 6. The battle of the century begins. The fight starts not with a punch, but with a shockwave. Thomas Andre activates his signature skill, reinforcement. His muscles swell, and his skin takes on a metallic, golden sheen. He lunges at Jin-Woo with a speed that defies his massive size. Jin-Woo meets the charge head-on. Boom! The collision sends a blast of air that levels the remaining walls of the warehouse. The two titans trade blows that sound like two planets crashing into each other. Every time their fists meet, the earth beneath them cracks for hundreds of meters. Thomas is shocked. No human has ever stood their ground against his raw strength. He realizes that Jin-Woo isn't just in C rank. He is a different species entirely. Scene 7. The Scavenger Guild V's, the Shadow Army. Seeing their leader in a stalemate, the 100 hunters of the Scavenger Guild charge toward Jin-Woo. You brought an army? Jin-Woo says, a dark smile playing on his lips. Good, so did I. Arise. Thousands of shadows surge out of the ground. Beru leads the charge, shrieking as he slices through the scavengers' front line. Tusk appears, casting a massive gravity spell that pins 20 hunters to the ground. Iron roars, clashing his shield against the American tanks. The warehouse district becomes a war zone. It's no longer a duel. It's a full-scale, supernatural war. The elite hunters of America, who thought they were the peak of humanity, find themselves being slaughtered by an army of ghosts that cannot die. Scene 8. The Capture. Thomas Andre realizes his guild is being decimated. He uses his ultimate skill, creating a massive gravitational pull in his palms to suck Jin-Woo and his shadows into a crushing vortex. Come here, you brat! Thomas yells, pouring all his ruler-granted mana into the attack. Jin-Woo feels the pull, but he doesn't resist. He uses to counter the gravity, stabilizing himself. He then uses to blink directly in front of Thomas. Jin-Woo delivers a flurry of strikes, punches infused with the necrotic mana of the Shadow Monarch. Each hit bypasses Thomas's golden armor, damaging his internal organs. Thomas Andre, the man who was considered invincible, is forced to his knees. He is coughing up blood, his golden glow flickering like a dying bulb. Scene 9. The Final Warning. Jin-Woo stands over the fallen Goliath. He raises his hand, and the Kamish's wrath daggers appear. He points one at Thomas's throat and the other at the cowering Hwang Dong-Su. The National Hunter Bureau helicopters are hovering above, their searchlights illuminating the carnage. Adam White is on a megaphone, screaming for Jin-Woo to stop before he causes a diplomatic catastrophe. Jin-Woo ignores them. He looks Thomas Andre in the eye. Your pride almost cost you your life, Jin-Woo says. Your guild is broken. Your best hunter is a coward. If you ever cross my path again, I won't just break your armor. I'll erase your soul. He turns to Hwang Dong-Su. With a single, swift motion, Jin-Woo's shadow reaches out and snaps Dong-Su's neck. The man who started it all falls dead in the dirt. Scene 10. The Aftermath and the New Reality. The episode ends with Jin-Woo carrying a semi-conscious Yoo Jin-Ho toward the helicopters. Behind him, the thousands of shadow soldiers dissolve back into his feet, leaving behind a ruined district and a broken legend. Thomas Andre is being treated by a dozen high-rank healers, but his spirit is crushed. He looks at his trembling hands. He finally understands what the rulers were afraid of. Back at the Bureau, the director looks at the casualty report. The Scavenger Guild, wiped out in 10 minutes. Thomas Andre, defeated. We need to change our strategy. We are no longer dealing with a hunter. We are dealing with a sovereign who has claimed Earth as his territory. Jin-Woo standing on the balcony of his hotel, looking out at the New York skyline. His shadow spans the entire building, and for a split second, the silhouette of Ashbourne is visible behind him. The system whispers, "Quest reward, the respect of the rulers. Warning, The Monarch of Destruction has noticed your location. End of Episode 1.